Okay. All right. I'm gonna apologize to the people at Giant today, Giant Supermarket, because I did crash out. Yes, I went in full blown shaman mode because the people messed up and they had reversed the order. Now, it was an accident, but I basically was like, excuse me. I said, well, you already took the money out of my account, and I'm not buying the food twice. Okay, I said, well, what if I don't have it? Because they asked me, do you have enough money? I, yeah, I have money, but I'm not paying for the food twice. I said, y'all messed up. I said, you all messed up. You know, it wasn't, the girl didn't, the cashier didn't know what she was doing. And she got a guy to help her. He didn't know what he was doing. She really should have got the manager. And it was something simple transaction where I was paying cash and using a card. So I'm supposing maybe she didn't know how to do that. I don't know. But I said, basically they was trying to squeeze some more money from me, right? And I said, wait a minute. I said, that's not gonna happen. You might have to call 911 because you're stealing from me. I said, I'm not giving you more money than what, was due to you. So I don't know why he did that. Why he reversed it. Why would he do that? I don't understand. I said, but I'm not on that kind of time. No. He was trying to explain it away. I said, I'm not doing it. I said, I could. Well, first of all, you don't know who you're stealing from. I know I was wrong, y'all. I know. The other part of me came out. She was a monster. I was wrong. They did help me. They did have good customer service. I put the receipt up, because I was upset. You can see it on the other video, but I'm gonna say they did have good customer service. And then, it was a little frightening for them. I think, and they probably never met Shaman before, so I think they were a little intimidated. Yeah, they were shook. So, I try to be a good girl. Let me tell you something. If I don't pick up for myself, I don't know who will. And I know some people, from New York or New Jersey, that they really would have been 1,000 times worse. But the bad part about it is, I'm going to use my spiritual gifts for some naughty stuff. So that's bad. That's not good. It's not good to crash out like that, I have to be real careful. That's what I'm saying. Like, I have to be real careful about my thoughts and what I'm saying because it comes into reality. So, I apologize. Thank you for helping me. We figured it out. You came with the, gift cards, and, I gave a couple more dollars, and, now who is that? Who is that going upstairs to my house? I'm looking like I'm outside. Is that my neighbor? She went upstairs. Why did she do that? I don't know. What's going on? Maybe she want to talk to me. But yeah, I'm looking. I'm like, what's going on with her? It's my neighbor. She came out her place and she went into ours. something else, right? It might have been a test, because this is Sabbath. Now the sun is going to go down soon, and it's going to be the Shabbat. So it probably was a test. I did fail the test, so if it was a test, I failed miserably, and I should not use my spiritual stuff for being a naughty girl, because that's no good, I feel sad. Yeah. Well, the thing was that, when they went to the back and tried to figure it out, well, whoever he was talking to, I guess he was like, you know what, we just want her out of here because she's doing too much. Like the customers here talking about you charging me again for food. But, what if I didn't have the money in my account, right? And if I was somebody else and they couldn't put more money on the food, you know what I mean? They just couldn't do it. Then what? What if it's somebody else and that's like their last $100 or $200 or $300, and they just can't. They can't come out the pocket to, you know what I mean? They can't wait 3 days. So 3 days for the money to come back. So it's like how? Like how? So, and my grandkids with me, so, I told I'm beeping from my neighbor. I don't know what's going on. She just came out, but I don't know what's happening. Maybe I should go see what's up with my neighbor. See what's wrong with her. She might be upset. She might want to talk to me. So sometimes, it's not just, I wonder what's going on with her. She looks upset. Something's happening. But sometimes people want me to pray on them, but they don't. They don't want nobody to know. They don't want nobody to know. They have a shaman in their life that actually come in and do sessions with them. But my apologies again, Giant. I didn't mean to shake you up. I was upset. Usually I'm good. I'm just calm and collective, and I was just, a little overwhelmed because I'm funny. Everybody funny about their money, but the way I have to earn money, it's a stressful job. It's very stressful, and I have to put up with the stress to earn the darn money. To put up with a lot of BS just to earn money, and then I could say it's actually it could be abuse. It could be abuse. I have to put up with. I could say that. Not saying that it is, but I could say it might be abuse. It could be abuse that I have to put up with to earn the darn money. But I'm sorry, Giant. Okay, forgive me. Forgive your Philly shaman for crashing out on you. You're the best, though. Great customer service. Everybody go to that Giant. The receipt is on my YouTube. Everybody go over there and give them a hug.